Well, tennis people, we are checking in with you from Vienna virtually. As you might have known, if you might have seen on our little Instagram or YouTube shorts that we've been making that are kind of weird. Don't know how I feel about them. We are virtually in Vienna, getting behind the scenes access into the press room so we can give you guys the real slice. So we've got the next, I don't know which next gen it is, taking over. We got Tiafoe, Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz in the semifinals, and as well as Alexander Zverev of, I guess, the next gen. So the single next gen. So we're going to break down these matchups, how they got here. It's been some pretty amazing wins with some super good tennis. We're going to take a look at these matchups in Vienna at the Erste Bank Open. This is the slice.
Coming at you from the Delray Beach Open, Miami Open grounds. This is Novak Djokovic. We are here with the man, Milos Raonic. Welcome to the slice.
Well, thanks people for being here. It's always fun to check in, and especially on a little, this is the time of the year when only the dedicated tennis fans are here, because it's not a Grand Slam season. It's after the Grand Slam. It's October. It's late October. It's almost November, and it's an ATP 500. So some people don't watch and don't care, and then they don't come watch the slice. But if you're here watching, that means you are a real one. You're dedicated. You're passionate. And you should obviously be subscribed if that is the case. And you should hit the notification bell to know whenever we post videos. Thank you guys for the continued support. Make sure if you want to donate $1, $2, $3 a month, click the Patreon link down below. It helps out the show and it makes you a legend. So thank you guys. Vienna 500. It's been a great tournament. It's been a stacked ATP 500. Andy Murray said that from the beginning. He did not get an easy draw. He lost to... he beat Herkats, actually, and then he lost to Carlos Alcaraz, the 18-year-old, who's the phenom, who everyone's been talking about. He's got the pop in his arm. He's got the live arm that everyone loves. People think because he's from Spain, he's going to be like Rafa Nadal, but he's actually said, no, I play more like Federer. And then he told me in press this week that he actually likes faster courts more than slower courts for his game.
I think I prefer the faster court. In my game, I try to play aggressive all the time. I think the faster court is better on my game.
Cool. Which is, no, it's just breaking stereotypes left, right, and center. But it's pretty obvious based on the way he plays it. He would like a fast court. And these courts, they're not insanely fast, but he's been able to beat Murray on it, who's playing very well. And then now today beat Matteo Berrettini in a very tight, close match. And the crazy thing to me is I'm watching that match, and Berrettini is a slam finalist of this year, played super well. He's top 10, and it seemed like I had this belief and this confidence that Carlos was going to pull this win out. It seemed like he was just a better player. Like Berrettini didn't break Carlos his serve until the third set. And then even then it was just like pulling back even, and then Carlos ended up winning. So super impressive from Carlos, who's been just dynamite. His forehand, everyone talks about his forehand, how good it is, but he's just he's not, doesn't seem like the heaviest guy, but for how light he is, he's just so strong. You can tell he's just jacked, and he's loving it, and he's passionate, and he doesn't need any motivation from anyone to want to win. He seems totally driven, and he's already big time. He's in the semifinals of an ATP 500, which I think is his best result to date, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to be playing Alexander Zverev, which will be a tough match. Zverev took out Felix Auger-Aliassime, and I was a little bit disappointed. Obviously, Canadian guy Felix took out Cam Norrie. That was a great win for Felix. Then he almost was able to take out Zverev today, coming from behind, but he's just had two. He played well, and what I talked with Felix after the match was he was coming forward a lot, which is great. At one point in the match, he was 10 for 12 points, one at net, coming forward. And in the game where Zverev broke him in the third set, Felix kept coming forward, but Zverev just came up with the passing shots to get it done. The volleys were makeable, and so Felix told me he has no regrets about coming forward. He's got to keep doing that, and I was like, yeah, agreed. But he's just got to learn how to make those, because those top guys are going to make you play another shot. It's just what's going to happen. So Carlos Alcaraz versus Zverev, that's just juicy as. Zverev, is going to be the favorite, obviously, because he's harder to hurt than any of the other guys that Carlos has played. Murray's kind of similar to Zverev, but not right now on the same level. Berrettini's a lot easier to get to his backhand. He doesn't have a great backhand. There's a lot of things kind of Carlos could do against Berrettini where Zverev has just as big of a serve, almost just as big of a forehand, and then he's got a massive backhand. He can defend super well, so we'll see how Carlos handles that pressure of just not being able to do damage as much with his shots that he's used to. But it's going to be a classic case of who can get who off their game more. Carlos, with Zverev not being able to defend so well and be consistent when he plays good, Carlos can't be as aggressive, I think, and can't be as risky in his taking. He doesn't have to be, and I don't think he should be. He's got to be very consistent as well. It's just going to be a dogfight, I think. I think it'll just be a big counter-punching bout and see who comes out of it. Then we got Frances Tiafoe, who's come through qualifying, who beat Tsitsipas and now Schwartzman. Frances Tiafoe, he's had trouble closing out matches sometimes, right? And we've known that. And he almost had trouble closing Schwartzman out today. He was up 5-2, and then he went to a tiebreaker, and he smashed a racket and was able to close it out, which is great for Frances. How can you not love Frances Tiafoe? So he's playing Sinner, who's been on an absolute roll. Like, I don't know when the last time Jannik Sinner has lost a game on an indoor hard court. Like, he destroyed Railo Pelka, destroyed Denis Novak, beat Casper Ruud 7-5, 6-1. Like, Casper Ruud was saying after, he was saying, it's frustrating when you're playing against a guy when you feel like you're hitting a good ball, a good deep ball, and it's coming back harder every single time, and he's not missing. So guys are saying that Jannik Sinner's playing, he's hitting absolutely huge, but he's also not missing. Like, he's making very few unforced errors, which is just so hard to play against. So Jannik Sinner's looking like he's in a league almost of his own right now on that top half of the Erste Bank Open draw. So I'm taking him to beat Tiafoe. I did call Tiafoe beating Schwartzman. If you saw the short that I made, I called Tiafoe beating Schwartzman. I said Sinner Ruud was going to be a toss-up. Sinner won that. I was leaning Berrettini. Alcaraz won that. I was leaning Zverev. He won that. So I was 2 for 2. I'm taking Zverev over Alcaraz, Sinner over Tiafoe. That's what my predictions are going to be. What are yours? Let me know below. Thanks for watching The Slice. Get your tennis gear, brand new tennis gear, for 10% off using the code SLICE10 at Courtside Sports. No brainer. New racket, 10% off. New shoes, 10% off. Subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. Thanks for supporting the show. We'll see you here next time.